what inspired you to come into this industry? Is it because you were a foodie or?
So it's a mix of being a foodie, having an interest in cooking, and also finding out the gap in market. So when we came to Bangalore, we see that there is a gap in home style food.
So when you were telling about the challenges, what motivated you at that time, or what motivates you right now?
After you give a product or provide a service, the smile on your customer's face that keeps you motivating every day.
Is a partner required in this industry, or is it okay to go solo?
I would go with partner because there are things when I think I have one brain, I think one way. Right? The same situation, same problem can be solved the other way around. So more people think more way. I would not suggest many of the partners because then you will have a lot of people thinking wrong ways.
Hi, sir. Welcome to Bites of Wisdom.
Thank you so
and
much.
we're here with the most famous roti wala in BTM layout, Salim sir. He's here to share his knowledge with us, his journey with us. Can you please give us a brief introduction?
Yes, so Roti Wala started when my old company Baba Jaw was shutting down, and I realized that you have got only one life and you need to do what you wanted to do.
Right.
And we had an inclination towards the food industry, so we started this.
Okay.
And that's how it happened. Watching YouTube how the rotis are made, and then
Oh, wow.
we bought this machine and installed without having much knowledge about the business.
Okay.
And that's how it started.
Wow. And how long has it been?
It's been seven and a half years now.
Okay.
We started in 2016-17.
Okay.
And since then, the journey is still going on. Every day is a learning.
Learning.
Yes.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, right.
So, what inspired you to come into this industry? Is it because you were a foodie or?
So it's a mix of being a foodie, having an interest in cooking, and also finding out the gap in market. So when we came to Bangalore, we see that there is a gap in home style food. Either you are getting the food which is cheap, which is on the roadside where you don't want to go, or it is at a level where you cannot spend daily on budgets. So you wanted something which is budget pocket friendly and which is also hygienic. And
right.
that was a gap. That is still a gap, I think, even today. And that's where we started. And it happened. It is not stopping.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So, what inspired you with your name, Roti Wala? Why Roti Wala?
Okay, so when you go, especially when you go towards north side, na, you will have people like with the name Doodh Wala, Pani Wala, Chai Wala, right? Rickshaw Wala. So when we started with Roti, so Roti was our main forte. When we started, I don't know whether you are aware or not, when we started, we had only rotis and nothing else. Fulka, what the moms cook at home. And we thought that this is the name which is connecting most to the people. Like here in Bangalore, you have Roti Mane.
Roti Mane.
Roti Mane, right? So that way we have got the same name in North, Roti Wala. So we started, okay, theek hai, let's start with this. And that picked up.
Okay.
That picked up really well as people have started copying the name.
Oh, okay.
So we had to go for a trademark.
Okay.
And now we have had trademark with some modifications to that because that's a very generic name, yeah. And that name click that connects you to affordable food, daily food, north style food, or a homely food you may call it. That's working for us.
What about your menu? Like, who decided the menu? Who decides the menu? And what about the pricing? It is like a very different profile.
Menu is a journey in itself with us. As I told you, we had only rotis, only chapatis, right, in the beginning. And most of the people who were coming to us, they were coming to us buying only rotis. And then we and our gentry who were purchasing or we were taking the full cast from us, both of us realized that it is not the only roti what we need.
Okay.
It is something to eat along with that. So they came to us and भैया थोड़ा सब्जी हो जाती तो अच्छा रहता. And we gave it a thought. My wife started picking some sabzi from home every day, like 2 kg, 5 kg. And then somebody says, भैया थोड़ा rice हो जाता तो अच्छा रहता. So we added rice. Then there were people who were saying paneer की सब्जी अच्छी रहती, and we added paneer.
Okay.
And that's how it started growing. So we saw that our menu is not only roti wala now. It is now sabzi wala bhi saath mein. It is now khane wala. It is now thali wala. And then Zomato and Swiggy started happening to Bangalore. I'm talking about like 7-8 years back. Like right when they were growing, they also came up to us and saying that you are doing this at quite good numbers. why don't you start combos? So when we started combos, they gave some inputs to us. Some input came from the people who were taking from us, our regular customers, and they were also getting bored easily, right? Every day, sabzi roti dal chawal will not do. So they started adding to the menu, and because we were not doing that great in terms of numbers, we started including that in the menu.
Okay.
And what was selling, we kept it. What was not selling, we started removing them. So that's how this menu is happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you fix such less price for your menu with all the inflation and everything? This price is very much lesser than the competitors as well.
Right. So when we started, we have a mission that we will give sustainable and affordable food, which is healthy, homely, hygienic, which is our motto as of now. So when I see people who come from outside, they cannot spend 200, 300 on a daily meal.
Correct.
Which is there. You will still get our kind of food, you will get in 2000, 3000, sorry, 200, 300. Now, what we do is we take all the ingredients plus the food cost. That's how normally you come to arrive to the cost of food. We add a simple 10%, 15% towards the wastage and our chunk of it, our profit of it, operational cost, and then we give it to the people. So the margin is very less. What we focus on that more and more people get benefited out of it. So it's a business plus a social cause.
Understood. When you told me that you were not from this background, you must have faced a lot of challenges in the beginning when you opened Roti Wala, right?
Yeah, it's just yesterday.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
So it feels like
So every day is a challenge, especially, but when we keep it to when we started, what were the challenges? So from my family and my wife's side family, who's my partner in this business, we don't have anybody who's from this background,
exactly.
hotel background. So we just started that it will happen, and I came from operations background, from software-oriented companies. We used to run the businesses on Excel and laptops. So I straight away took today 100, tomorrow 200, 300, 400. That's how we'll start doing it. And it did not happen.
Okay.
Then we started learning from the people, learning from the market, and then menu grow. That's how it happened. But yes, because we did not have the knowledge, we failed a lot of time in terms of deciding the place where to start, in terms of deciding the menu, what exactly, as I told you, that menu needs to be changed. Or menu, we did change a lot of time because it was not well thought through. So, but what arrived now is a perfect mix of sustainable food or affordable food. But my suggestion to new people, when they open up, do a proper study of the market and meet somebody who's doing well and who is friends with you.
Agreed.
That's more important.
Agreed.
Right? Having some amount of knowledge or having some amount of knowledge from the books or people or study or the mentors or the consultants should be there when you start the business.
Okay, so that leads to the next question. Do you advise on the newbies to take a consultant?
So when you start the business, from where I look at it, if I have to start a new business right now, not only the food, I'll probably do the market study.
Okay.
Where is the gap? One is where is the gap, or second is what you are bringing, which is very new and acceptable at the same time, for which you get the people. So either you become a very niche or very unique like Apple, or you become Oppo, Vivo, right? So you will have market for both. You want to choose, or you will have to choose what you want to choose. And after the market study, when you find that yes, gap is there, or you want to do something extra which will go in a long run, then you should consult people who are either into this field or who are enablers in this field, who know the field really well and who are known for them.
Right. So when you were telling about the challenges, what motivated you at that time, or what motivates you right now?
If I tell you frankly, Archana, this is after you give a product or provide a service, the smile on your customer's face that keeps you motivating every day. So out of 100 people, there would be 98 people who will not say you anything.
Correct.
Right? But 2 people will say you that the food was not good or food needs it. These are the more important people for me.
Right.
So they keep us running, they keep us challenging, and we keep taking those challenges. And 98% people who don't say anything, we take it for granted that they are okay with this. Okay with this or happy with this.
Because if it is a negative one, it will automatically
it is very human. For example, when your mom gives you food every day, you don't say anything. The food is good. You'll just say, "Haan, acha hai, theek hai." But when you find a sandstone or when the salt is less, you will say, "No, kharab hai." ganda hai, I won't eat this. So that's very human. And when you say your mom, the mom, aaj khana bahut acha hai, badhiya hai, then that brings your mom to cook better dish tomorrow.
Better, yeah.
That keeps us motivating.
Right. Okay. Is a partner required in this industry, or is it okay to go solo?
I would go with partner because there are things when I think I have one brain, I think one way. Right? The same situation, same problem can be solved the other way around.
Other way.
So more people think more way. I would not suggest many of the partners because then you will have a lot of people thinking wrong ways, right? So and your partner needs to be different from your thought process. So my partner like Nazima, she takes care of the kitchen, she takes care of the operations. She's a people person. She talks to the customers and staff and keep them motivated for what they are doing. Re-buy happens because of her, because she remembers what the people have purchased, what was the customization, what menu works best for us. I take care of finances, I take care of other operational things, and that way the businesses are also separate. For like in one business, you have got many other businesses to do, right?
Correct.
So that happens. Plus, at times I get stuck at some problem where she comes with a different solution. At times she gets stuck or she's not able to do something with what I am able to do. Like she's not very good with Excel or PowerPoint. I am okay with that. I am not very good. I cannot handle people. my temperament is very different than her. So she manages at that time. She'll simply say, "Salim, आप उधर नहीं जाओगे. वो आप handle नहीं करना है. आप आदमी लोग नहीं देखना है." Okay, I will take care of that. And I have realized that when I have handled people, eventually they have left. Okay, so that's how we handle. Partner is a must. Again, partner should be gelling with you with a different attitude towards solving the problem, but they should not be somebody who's only poking into your negatives but strengthen your business.
Correct. So when I was talking about the initial stages, the problems that you faced, was staff hiring a problem, or is it still a problem?
Staff hiring is always a problem. It is not only restaurant. See, if you see, Google still hires for an employee for like 6 months. The position is on vacant. The consultants keep posting. The problem is that you have people, you have job responsibilities, but you are not able to match that person with that job responsibility. Now, when we come to restaurant, the jobs are basically what is the bottom billion people. They are not literate. I won't say they are not literate, but then their education doesn't matter what they are cooking.
Correct.
Right? When you go to Michelin stars, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
Right? But then here they need to cook. They know how to cook. I feel that in businesses like food industry, you should have a personal connect with these people. That matters.
Staffing itself is very sensitive.
That matters a lot because now most of the hiring in restaurant industry happens through reference of your own staff. And when those guys come, those guys are more loyal towards you. They know what is going on in your restaurant or hotel even before you hire them. Because these guys, they keep talking, अच्छा यहाँ पे ये चल रहा है, यहाँ पे ऐसे छुट्टी मिलती है, यहाँ ये खाना मिलता है. So before they join, plus they have got an obligation, they have come through this, so they will not leave. So this happens, but hiring is still a problem. Finding out the people, no? When somebody leaves now, when somebody joins through a reference, they leave also together.
What do you see when you hire staff?
I don't see people what they already know. They should have the basic knowledge of the cuisine I am searching for or the work I am looking out for. They should be open for learning. They should be open to challenge themselves. Those kind of people I will train. But somebody who comes, who's so polished, so trained, they have got their own baggages with them.
Yeah.
So they will have baggage in terms of as small as working hours, as big as working style. So you will have some other process to follow for a cuisine or for a dish, and they will say, no, I will do this way. So there it becomes problem.
Not ready.
I'm sure that they would know better, but my style is different.
So that's the next question. Like, do you have an SOP, or how do you maintain the consistency and the quality of food?
Over the period of time, we have learned a lot of things in terms of dishes. Now we have started documenting them. So when somebody joins, we give them. Good part is that we don't have array of dishes, or we have got very simple dishes, right? So we document everything, and when somebody comes, one of our person or either Nazima or me train them that this is how it is going to be cooked. Now, because we are in 3 locations, it becomes even more important that our all the three locations give same taste, same look, same feeling, same packing. So that's how we train them on them. So we have got a SOP for as simple as rice कैसे boil करना है,
Oh, okay.
and दाल में कितना पानी, कितना tomato जाना है, so everything is documented.
Okay.
If you're not there, it is not being followed. That's the problem.
That is
That's the
the
problem,
problem is there.
right? So we keep pushing them. We keep pushing them that it is for your own good. It is for the consistency. If anything goes wrong, it is on me because SOP is made by us.
Yeah.
So that's how you keep pushing people.
So that is the next question is, now how do you manage these three? Do you have a franchisee model, or are you an expanded growth type of a model?
We have the rest of two branches. What we have, it's our own. It's managed by us. They are fairly new. So we are managing with the people who were earlier working with us.
Okay.
So we have given our senior guys to those people so that they learn and they grow. We believe in when they grow, they become happy.
Right.
So our own people are there. They are trying to grow those branches, at least take some time and become profitable. That's our motto with them is.
How do you take negative feedbacks?
It is not easy to take negative feedback,
Yeah.
right? But when we take the feedback from customer or staff or from my own partner, we'll have to self-analyze whether that feedback is going right or it's a feedback where the person is just given to tarnish your image, right? And when the feedback is taken, we analyze them in terms of food, in terms of service. If that is right, we don't leave any stone unturned to make that experience otherwise. Let it be somebody who has not received food. Let it be somebody who has got more salt in food. There is somebody who is not being attended at right time. Most of the time, we found that these are true. And at times, we find that the person is saying just for the heck of something, he had a bad day maybe, right? But unless, as I told you earlier, out of 100 people, 2 people only will tell bad about you. But we have to care more about them because those are the people who might be showing you the mirror.
Correct.
Right? And unless we cannot make it zero, right? We cannot make it zero, but we can of course minimize it.
Right.
And we can be sure about something what the customer is saying is not true.
True.
Or we should have some kind of proof that it is not there. But negative feedbacks are the most important feedback in any of the businesses.
So that leads to the next question. How do you make people come back to your restaurant? Customer loyalty, what is it that you do for that?
See, when we talk about loyalty, nowadays it is very diluted.
Yeah.
The reason I'll tell you that earlier used to be 4 or 5 hand-picked restaurants in your vicinity. Now you have got around 200 restaurants thanks to Swiggy, Zomato. And also a lot of people are coming into new businesses. A lot of young people are coming into businesses. A lot of old people like me who are coming into businesses after the jobs. They wanted to do something else. And fairly, most of the people are doing right in terms of taste and cuisine. They can't afford to do wrong things. So now, earlier, if I'm saying that my rebuy or the loyalty was 40% or 60%, it is little less now. It is not because that my food has gone bad. It is because they have got more options now. And also, the coming trend is people were earlier stick to dal, chawal, roti or something else. Now people want to try more and more cuisine. Same cuisine, other taste. Same cuisine, other ambience. Everybody wants to try. But whereas coming to retention of the people, I think that the treatment we give it to them and the taste we give it to them is most important. Plus, what you are cooking, are you going to eat that food? That's a factor. What we factor, right? We eat in our restaurant, and if I'm not liking that food, that means my customer is not going to like it.
Correct.
And when I come to my food, it is a daily food. If I am able to eat that on a daily basis, then my customer will eat daily. Otherwise, he'll not. It is not at fault.
Correct.
So taste is something what creates, let's say, 60% of it. Plus the behavior. Behavior, I'm saying in terms of when they come to my place, are they greeted well? When they come to my Swiggy, Zomato, are they greeted well in terms of the picture of the
Food.
The food, what they are going to get, how they are going to get, and what they are going to get along with that.
Right.
Do they have a choice of changing it? That's what you get when you come to restaurant. They want experience on Swiggy, Zomato as well now. Everybody wants to change. Their cater, the things which are catered to them should be tailored as per them. So that's what we look at. That's where I think we are able to sustain for so long.
Loyal customers.
Yeah.
Okay, my next question would be, why is it so easy to get into the restaurant industry? Or do you feel it's difficult? Because now we see a lot of restaurants and cafes, just every second there's a new restaurant, every second there's a new cafe, every 10 meters there's a tea shop. So why is that growth suddenly?
See, I'll tell you from where we look at it is, as I told you, now people are going out a lot, unlike earlier. Especially when you come to a big city like Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, or Chennai, there people come from outside. When the people come outside, they come alone, single, right? And they don't want to cook. Now somebody who's there in job, the jobs are like this, is that demands that 10 hours of, like earlier it's not the, you go at 9 o'clock, come at 5 o'clock. The jobs are not like that. Now here everybody is eating outside. So when I go outside to a cafe and eat it, I look around and say, यार ये तो बहुत अच्छा काम है. Tea cost I would know. As a customer, I would know the tea cost, but I would also know the purchase cost of the tea on that table.
Correct.
The purchase cost of that tea would be like, let's say 5 rupees. I don't know exactly how much would it be. 5, but he is getting at 20 rupees. He looks at 15 rupees as profit. Now the difficult part is that he doesn't know what it takes to get to that extra 15 rupees. And who all is vouching for that 15 rupees.
A lot of people.
So it is very easy, when you say it is very easy to open a restaurant, because it just take a place and some infrastructure and 2 people to start with. But then the problem starts when you start to sustain and think about making profit from that. Making profit means that you would want to have at least that much money what you are getting in your job or your earlier businesses or business. And then your restaurant keep on coming. It should not happen that when you open, it ran for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, couple of months because people find it new. You are able to give it better because you want to purchase, you want to capture the market, you want to create the attention. Problem starts after that, right? Sustainability of people. Now, at the time when you are about to establish, there is somebody open next to you.
Yeah, right.
Right? That happens. Or that person will open exactly at that time when you are about to be crunched on your funds.
Correct.
Right? So this happens. This is true because we see every week, I see at least in my location, 2-3 restaurants open and 2-3 restaurants get closed. So they will have to think through. It again goes back to what you asked earlier, what motivates to start the restaurant and what you should do. So these are the things which are happening when we are not giving a proper study to the business, what I'm going to do. Do we have a gap in that area? Do we have a market in that area? When we are opening the store, do we have people who will purchase my product, not only food, who will purchase my product or not? And if they purchase, when they will purchase again?
Correct.
Right? You want to have a rebuy.
Yeah. So is your restaurant more of a cloud kitchen based or a dine-in based?
When we opened 2017, back in 2017, it was just a takeaway and simple little bit of dining because we had only rotis. We had nothing else to offer, so nobody would only rotis. But then we realized that people want something out of that. Luckily or unluckily, when we realized that the menu is going to go in a long way, our place was very small. Small means you would have 400 SFT all in all together. We had a machine in that. So for sitting, we had only 200 SFT place. And we realized that we cannot expand from here, even if the people come. So let's say 10 people come, I don't have place for them to sit in. That time, Swiggy was growing, Zomato was growing, and then most of the restaurants at that time were not very happy with this Swiggy and Zomato commission thing. And at that time, because we were new from the restaurant, we did not factor that. We did not we realized that if you want to grow without having a place, Swiggy and Zomato can help you. Because I can cater to 500 people from this small space, which we eventually did. But I cannot do having this place expand and expand and expand. How much will you expand? You cannot have a football ground if you want to serve what we are serving now. So that time we focused on Swiggy and Zomato. We started making combos. We are very, very proud about it that we started the combos in this area of Bangalore, BTM. And then we started giving homely food. And because we started at that time, we got a pioneership. pioneership lead in that. And there are a lot of followers, a lot of people who got inspired, but they're still trying to catch up with us. And we are happy. We are happy that we started something which is going in a long run, which gives solution to the people of their own daily food.
So how do you treat your competitors? Like you said, there's next to yours only, there's going to be a restaurant. So what are you going to do about that? How do you face your competitors?
First, I don't treat anybody as my competitor.
Okay.
Okay, they are either my friends or they are somebody. When I look at the size of my business and versus the size of potential business, we are still scratching the surface. In India, still the cloud, if I consider myself as a cloud heavy brand, in India, still the culture is very less, though it is a lot to us. So when people open, they cannot take my cut. There is somebody above, I believe very strongly, there is somebody above. If you are doing right, it cannot go wrong. And if somebody is inspired from my cuisine, I rather help them. If somebody copies, I do everything to stop them. As good as going legal against them. Okay. But then if somebody inspired, I help them because I know that the size of business is a lot more and they cannot take my cut of that. People will keep coming. In Swiggy, if you see any restaurants statistics, there is a rebuy and there are new people. So new people keep coming. Right? Nobody has got 100% rebuy. So new people keep coming. When they open and if they are not at par with my taste or style of presentation or packing, their people will eventually come to me.
Correct.
So it's an equilibrium, give and take. Okay, and if they're not good, they will not sustain.
Right. So in your journey of so many years, which is the moment that you were very proud of?
There were many. Once we hit 100 orders, 1,000 orders, that was one proud moment. We started getting, off late, we started getting people who knew Roti Wala and then who meet you in the journey of life somewhere. Somebody met in Dubai to my wife. Somebody met in Medina to me. That was a proud moment. Recently, one of my staff who was with us, he's selected in Royal Caribbean Cruise.
Oh, wow.
That is a proud moment.
Wow.
There are people who tell you that they are coming to us from past 7 years. Now they've got 2 kids. They're still coming to us. That's a proud moment.
Wow.
So there are a lot of proud moments, pros and cons is there. But yeah, you feel good. And there is a lot of connect we got out of this business. When you go to somewhere, I went to driving school with my son for his driving this thing license. So there was somebody on the bike and he was saying, "Ye Roti wala hai." I was saying, "Is it good or bad?"
But your brand is seen everywhere, so that's like a proudest moment.
People started copying my name. That's a kind of affirmation, not proud moment, affirmation that you're doing something right.
Right. Okay, so the next thing is, like you told me about the machines, right, that you started using before. How is the kitchen or your future kitchen is going to look like? Because we see a lot of AI automated machines that are coming into the picture.
Right.
Do you think it's sustainable?
Obviously, it helps you because one is machines don't change their mode. Machines give you uniformity. Machines are efficient in terms of what they are doing, good or bad, they will keep doing the same quality, right? Plus, you save a lot of space in terms of when you hire a person, you will have to provide them food, real estate, their leaves and all that. Machines, you will have to just maintain the machine in terms of their servicing and all. The best thing about machines is that the quality and consistency what they will provide you, and also the outcome what is coming out of them remains same from day 1 to day 100. Plus machines are obviously not moody. Right. So we also have a lot of machine, like peeling machine is there, then you have got cutting machine, chopping machine, these things are there, kneading machine is there. So one is, as I told you, jokes about they're not moody, but then they are also efficient than people. There are things what machines cannot do, like they cannot give me the same quality of roti what a human will give you. I've explored a lot of them, but then like kneading machine, it's more hygienic. So machines are more hygienic where the human involvement is not there, so infection chances are very less. Plus the efficiency increases. Space it takes less. Machine takes less space. What 4 people will do in 8 hours and get tired, machine will do in 4 hours and not get tired.
Right.
So
partial.
future is going to be a mix of man and machine, and then what you want to take out of the efficiency of machine, that is going to be.
So coming to the next question, do you think all these trend that is happening right now, the Instagrammable stuff, where there's smoke coming up from the food, there's a bubble that you have to burst. How long do you think this is going to sustain?
It is very difficult to say how long will it stay, because it has just started,
Yeah.
right? Hardly 2 3 years maybe.
Yeah.
It has just started, so it's very fancy. Fancy thing attracts people,
Yeah,
right?
that's the
Unless it becomes bored. So there would be a time which will come when everybody will start doing it. Right now, very limited restaurants are doing it, and the restaurants which are doing it is not a restaurant where you will go daily, right? So slowly this will fade out. It will not. It will not go away. What do you say? Craze about it will fade out
fade out.
slowly, but it will take a long time.
Time to
It
fade.
has just started,
Started.
right? Like I've been once or twice maybe to such kind of restaurants, but I don't want to go food with the fancy thing. Food is to eat,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Food is to eat, and then once or twice it's okay. But if you want me to go to these kind of restaurants on a weekly basis, probably I'll not go. Daily, though, I'll not go. Weekly, also, I'll probably go to celebrate some moment, which will happen 6 months, 7 months, 3 months, maybe, or maybe monthly once. These restaurants will go as long as the new people will keep coming in. Now, in market, you've got 100 people, let's say. Once all the 100 people have visited your place, then you become an old place for them, an old show for them. So people will not go to watch the old show. So either they will change, the color of the bubble will change, maybe the fume will start going from upside down to downside up. Okay,
Right,
these will start, but this is a good thing to attract the people in the beginning. Of course, yes. Anywhere anything new happens, it's a human tendency to go check it out. Okay, but once everybody's checked it out, you will have to either change the show.
Sure.
Like in movie halls, this happens, right? When the movies get sold, they change it.
Change it.
So they will have to change their show or the styling of their food, bring the new cuisine, bring the new menu, bring the or change the presentation. That if they want to sustain in the market of show food,
There's
okay,
always
they will have to change it. But otherwise, it will become old.
Okay. The next question would be, what do you do in your free time? Do you have a free time, and what do you do in your free
We don't have, first of all, and it doesn't hurt me, because what we are doing is we are happy with that.
You're passionate?
There is a saying, right? If you love the job, if you do the right job which you love to do, and you don't have to search for another job,
Absolutely.
right?
Very
So finally, after so long, we are into something which we are doing to which we are loving to do, and that's why we enjoy that. When all the hustle bustle in kitchen, when it happens, it gives you a kick. Okay, that's why we are surviving. That's what we wanted to do. So these things are just a byproduct of it. I'm not saying that it is always happy. Sometimes you get frustrated. Sometimes your dish is burnt. Sometimes your dish is not coming on time. Sometimes you have a big order, you are not able to take it. These things are frustrating. But then this is what we wanted to do,
right.
right? We squeeze in some time for family. We go out, like we are going out tomorrow for 10 days. Once or twice we go out and we keep the business away. Some family time, some me time. Every day I take 1 or 2 hours for myself watching YouTube or Insta is a very nice thing to just
Time
keep on scrolling.
Right.
So that we do, and I think Nazima also does the same. We take time out a little bit here and there, but we cannot afford to take more time.
More time.
One, we don't want to, because we are loving what we are already doing it.
Yeah.
So we enjoy this place. We enjoy our personal life also. But if you are saying that, how do you segregate this life from your personal life?
Work-life balance.
It is old saying. It is old saying, because earlier when I see my father, he has got a work life, because work was very away. Work was not on phone. Phone wasn't there. Work was not on laptop. Laptop wasn't there. Work was not on high speed cars and bikes. It was very away. Once you are out of your place, you are out of your place. Now it doesn't happen. So when you are even in the hotel industry or software industry, people keep calling, your work is on your mobile. Your work is just a phone call away. Your work is just an email away, just an SMS away, WhatsApp. Now people will send you WhatsApp and say that you have not read it. You have read it, you have not replied it.
Oh yeah, that's
right?
Next level technology.
So these things keep happening. So that happens. And work life balance was required at that time, because work was also that those kind of where most of the people were treating work as work. Now you see they are working for like 40 years in the same place.
Place.
Now it doesn't happen because you wanted to do extra and different every time. Otherwise, everybody, if you ask somebody who's there in a software industry or a restaurant industry, if they want that, why are they changing it? Because people have become very choosy what they want to do. They don't want to compromise with their wants or their work satisfaction and culture, people with whom they are working. That's why they change it. The jobs are also available that way. But earlier people were very calm and composed. I will do this. My personal life is more important. I'll come at that time. Gone are the days. If you ask anybody, work life balance, it doesn't happen nowadays anymore.
It happens more in traffic now. It's like
Yes,
work,
yes,
traffic, life,
yes.
that's it.
People are, you will see very frequently, you will see people riding on the bike and sorting somebody's issue over the phone.
So, if you would want to go back in time, what would you change?
I've already answered that. I'll answer it again. If I want to do something new in my life, I will just study more what I'm going to do, what are the cautions and precautions I need to take, what somebody else is doing in the same line. Is he successful or not? If he has failed, why he failed? If he is successful, why? So it will not take me long 7 years to reach where I am right now. It will probably take 2 3 years.
Got it.
When I'll start something, I'll think that do I want to expand or do I want to calm and compose? So those calls probably I'll take even before starting something.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. So, what advice would you give the newcomers? What is the procedure that you follow or a person should follow if they're coming into the industry?
See, there are two things. When I say newcomers, so newcomers would be newcomers who are new out of the college. There are newcomers who are like me, who are coming to this line after a job or something. For both of them, my advice is to see what they are trying to do. Do they have the market of that thing or not? If they are trying to do any niche sort of thing in terms of cuisine, in terms of experiential, we discussed about fancy foods. Do they have the market of it or not? How long will it run? What it takes to cover the cost of their establishment. So today, if I start a business and I let's say spend 10 lakhs out of that, when I'm going to recover that? What I am doing, is there anybody who has done that earlier or not? Was he successful or not? And then I will surely go to a person who has done this kind of business or a consultant, as we discussed earlier. I will not leave this to consultant, but I will give a good study of say 1 or 2 months on my own. I'll go to such places, I'll eat there, or I'll go to such places, I'll have that experience, whatever that business is. And I will also do a back calculation. He would have spent this much, he would have spent this much on the cost, how many people he have, what is the average salary of those people, and then it will come out whether I will succeed or not. So fairly you will know the chances of success or failure at that time. You are ready for favorable or adverse condition at that time, because you know that this can happen. There is somebody who has started this who failed. There is somebody who has started this who has succeeded. So failed has done this, and the person who has succeeded has overtaken or overcome this.
Yes.
So that's my this thing. But homework is obviously required. Without homework is instinct. Instincts always
can't trust
not
them.
always
Yeah.
fruitful. Yeah,
So, do you think the restaurant owners are ready to help?
I'm ready to help. So I have not seen in our group there are a lot of people. I've seen both kind of people. There are people who don't help you. They really don't achieve anything out of doing that.
Exactly.
Right? So for me, if I help somebody, I at least know that what I have learned, I am giving it to somebody else who will carry it forward. So knowledge is something which I keep to myself, it doesn't help me. And my business is not a rocket scientist or not a secret recipe which cannot be revealed. If you come to my restaurant for 10 times, you will get to know, okay, I'm doing this and this is successful. So when I tell what I'm doing, it is only helping the society, and you have to do that. No? You have to help the society so that society keeps running. You really don't, unless you are a sadist that you want to see somebody failing.
So my last few questions would be, what is an exit point in a restaurant business, and what's the procedure to exit?
Exit, I don't see that I'll be exiting if I'm talking about myself. Probably I'll get somebody who will be successor to it. And once that person has started taking care of it probably well, I will move on and see this as a viewer and taking a commission out of it.
Okay.
And businesses, when you are growing multi-brand or multi-branch, I think they should have an exit point of converting them to a franchisee model,
Okay.
right? That's one way. The other way is they should do the SOPs really well, and then so that the people who were your successor in terms of your employees, you make them the stakeholders and they run it, so that you can take a backseat and then guide them. Because with time, your body and mind will not support you, right? You want to get involved into something else. With time, you also get bored of your own things at times. Like when I'm saying that I'm enjoying right now, I don't know whether I'll enjoy this at the age of 60 or not, right? So we'll probably look at it, who will take care of this from a new point of view.
Fine. Got it. So the last question would be, what is that or industrial change that you enjoy or excites you?
Automation.
That excites
Automation, AI, and because it predicts you a lot of things, it keeps you very safe. Now, food industry, a lot of thing has happened, a lot of data has been generated. Why do you want to take chance when something is already available to you?
Correct.
So AI tells you what will go more. Even today, we sit with Swiggy and Zomato, we check what cuisine is going more, what kind of people are staying at what location. Earlier, those used to be, चलो थाली start करते देखते हैं जाएगी कि नहीं जाएगी. Right now, we know नहीं जाएगी और जाएगी. If I do my kind of cuisine in let's say HSR, probably it will not go, because there people are from funded startups where the salary is really good. They will probably go to a place who serves them experiential food, very fancy food. They will go to that because they can afford that on a daily basis.
Right.
Same restaurant if comes here, which is running there, might not run. So that's why when AI is there, or before AI, the data is there, which I can drill down to a conclusion, I will do that. So these things are there which are available. Earlier, these things are available only for tech-driven companies, right? Even a rickshaw wala knows now, Ola wala, that कहाँ पे ओला लगाना है को उसको ऑर्डर ज्यादा आएगा, right? So these things, something which is converting the time into money, right? 1 year, 2 years of experience. So there are 10 different businesses doing the same exercise. Now they don't need to do that. There is a machine which is available for cooking chapati, cooking curries. Take it and forget the people.
Correct.
It won't take away the job. It will actually generate the job. Sometimes people get afraid, nahi machines hai, the job chala jayega. No, somebody needs to operate that. Yes, those kind of automation excites me a lot. Those kind of readily available solutions excites me. Where abhi chola bhatura banana hai, so we'll go find a cook, Maharaj, who knows chola bhatura ka ancient recipe. Now the ancient recipe is in my phone.
Correct. True.
Right. So and that's how we train my staff. When I was talking about SOPs, no, we are not bringing new SOPs, new तरीके, जरूरत नहीं है. That people want simple food. Simple food का 100 recipe है मुझे. I need to choose the video which is more crisp. I will give it to my staff. कल से इससे बनेगा. खत्म बात.
That is there.
So time is something which could really be managed with this. So that's why you can invest that time in scaling up.
Got it. And the final would be, how important is marketing for a restaurant?
When you start, it is very important because people should know who you are, what you are doing, what is your product. Then only they will come. So marketing, of course, once you are settled, I won't say, in my personal view, I won't say that marketing should be started on the day one itself, unless you are a product-based company and you open a shop and the product is there. First day itself onwards. First you open restaurant. When you open, first you open, do a dry run for 2-3 days or a month, and then you say when you are ready to take up the mass or the scale, then you start doing it. Again, it depends from dining based or experience based to cloud based. Dining based, you need to do the local marketing a lot. Cloud based, you need to do marketing on Swiggy or on Zomato from where the people are purchasing. It's the same platform from where they purchase, that they do. Plus the Insta, Facebook, Snapchat, these all things become important because nowadays my target is on those platforms.
Platforms. Right.
So there you need to create an awareness, and the marketing also doesn't happen like earlier days. ये अच्छा खाना है, ये मैं खाता हूँ. It will not happen that way. Now you need content.
Content.
Right?
Correct.
This is how they cook. This is how they created. This is the person is. So content marketing is more important nowadays. Right?
So we are done with the interview questions, but now for some fun time, I'm having rapid fire questions where you're not supposed to think even for a second.
Okay.
Whatever comes to your mind, you have to answer that.
Sure.
Okay. Your favorite dish to cook?
Anything with chicken,
Chicken. Okay. The one ingredient you cannot live without?
salt.
Salt. Okay. So coffee or tea? I
Coffee.
can see coffee. Okay. Sweet or savory?
Savory anytime.
Savory.
Savory,
Okay.
yes.
So your go-to comfort food after a long time?
Biryani.
Biryani. Okay. So are you an early morning person or a night owl?
Night out.
Night owl. Okay. So the most underrated ingredient in the kitchen?
Water.
Oh, okay. Nice. Your favorite restaurant other than yours?
It's Bahar in Hyderabad.
Okay. Okay. The one kitchen gadget that you think is a must in a kitchen?
Mixer grinder.
Okay. Your favorite cooking show?
Master chef.
MasterChef. Okay. Eat-in or takeout?
Eating.
Eat-in. Your favorite cuisine to eat?
Anything which has got rice and Hyderabadi touch to it.
Oh, okay. So basically more Hyderabadi
Yes.
inclined. Okay. So the one dish that you have tried and you're never going to try that again to cook.
Chole bhature.
You never want to cook it again. Okay. There's this one restaurant that you always dream of eating.
I have always dreamt of eating in a Michelin star.
Okay.
Who can give us Indian cuisine?
Cuisine. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. If you weren't a restaurant owner, what would you be?
Consultant.
Restaurant consultant.
Yes.
Okay. What's your guilty pleasure food?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Any particular flavor?
Pineapple.
Pineapple. Wow. Okay. Describe your restaurant in 3 words.
Healthy, homely, hygienic.
Done. Perfect. So, are you more of, I mean, you answered this before, are you more of front house or back house?
Back house.
Back house kind of a person. Okay. Last question. What's the most annoying request that you've got from a customer?
We get a lot. Jain egg curry without ginger garlic.
Wow. Okay.
Jain egg curry without ginger garlic. I
Jain
remember.
egg curry without ginger and garlic. Wow. Okay. That is up for this interview. Thank you so much for spending us your time.
Thanks for
Coffee is
hosting
really
us.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope it went well.
Right. Yeah, we enjoyed.
Yeah. Okay. Just a
Okay.
minute. The last thing. A small token of
Arre.
appreciation. Tulsi because it means purity.
Thank you so much.
So that is right. I'll just give you.
We don't have it at home.
Yeah. Thank
So
you so
we will
much,
have
sir,
this.
for being a part of Bites of Wisdom.
Thank you so much.